What's up, guys? This is Chris from Hard Look. Welcome to the second installment of the Take a Hard Look at the Song video series. And today we're taking a hard look at the Great Tribulation. Most of this song is directly inspired from Matthew 24. So we'll be going over that a lot. And since it is so similar, I'm going to kind of go verse by verse on this. So let's just jump right into it. The first line is, "Nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famine and pestilence and earthquakes in many places." So if you open to Matthew chapter 24, verse 7, we have exactly the same thing, except for in my King James version, which I mostly read from King James version. It says in diverse places, which means the same thing. So really, I put many places instead. It means the same thing. So I try to put things in a more modern context in most cases, just to kind of make it easier to understand and get the message across. So we'll just go right into the next. Nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There will be wars and struggle and antichrists of many faces. This is in the Bible. I just don't have an exact verse for that one. It's kind of, a lot of my lyrics are based off of what I've read and just kind of how it works in the song, and it's not always direct. So that would be an example of indirect. Another direct quote would come from the next part where it says, "Be not troubled, for these things will come to pass. Be not troubled, but the end is not here yet." That part is based from Matthew chapter 24, verse 6, in which it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." And actually, the next part of that part says, "Be not troubled, for these things will come to pass. Be not troubled, but the end is not here yet." Also inspired from Matthew 24:6. So the next line is, "Know you will face unjust fiery hate, malice, and persecution." It's taken from Matthew chapter 24, verse 9, which is, "Then they shall deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake." And what that is saying is, it's basically explaining to Christians that being a Christian isn't going to help you stay free from persecution. If anything, it's letting you know that as a Christian, it's not saying you might face persecution as a Christian. It's saying you will. 100% you will. So I'm really trying to stress that point in that verse to make it known that that's what can be expected. And the next line from there is, "False prophets will rise to subvert and deceive populations." I have that from Matthew chapter 24 again, verse 11, which is, "And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many," which is true. We can experience this firsthand in the world today. People use and manipulate the word of God to their own political means or personal means, whatever it may be. And again, it's not that this might happen. The Bible's letting you know it will happen, so be aware of it. Next line. "To see through the lies, take heed the word of God." And that comes from Matthew 24, back a little bit to verse 4, which is, "And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you." And my next part is, "We must endure the struggle until the end, for those who struggle and endure will rise and not descend," which is indirect. But what it's letting you know is that you can't give up on life. Suicide or anything like that, absolutely not an option. And to enter the kingdom of heaven, you've got to fight life all the way through. You've got to give it your best shot. It's absolutely crucial, and that's another point that I really want people to understand. Suicide shouldn't even be an option, because it's not. You have to endure, but there are ways to make enduring better, and faith in God, prayer, things like that will help you, no doubt. All right, so next. Well, it actually kind of ends after that. I have a repetition of, "To see through the lies, take heed the word of God," and then "to fear not." because it's important to not be afraid. Though you will face persecution and deception and things like that, it's really important to fear not. It's really important to not be afraid and to have faith in God and to know that the battle's already won in the end. You just got to get through it. And that's really like the overarching message of the song. So the verses kind of go through Matthew 24 and what's to be expected, but then my own indirect verse at the end there is just to let everyone know that, have faith, stick it out, fight through it. Jesus wins. So it's up to us to do our part in spreading the word, helping each other out, because that's how you get through it. You can't get through it alone. Obviously you need God, but also we're a big part of it too. So we all need to help each other out, to keep each other motivated and not get each other, make sure that we're not seeing our friends down. It's up to us to pick them up and kind of inspire them again and motivate them once more, because we're all in it together. And if we want to rise and not descend, we've got to do it through God. So we've got to unite. We've got to unite under Christ. We've got to fight this battle through to the end, and in the end, it will be glorious. The battle's already won, and we will be in heaven, and we will rejoice. So there will be tribulation, and the coming of time of the great tribulation may very well be upon us soon. But regardless of that, we stick together, we stay faithful, and we push forward. Thanks for checking out this little video, and I'll have another hard look at the song video soon. Thank you.